Hi, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Delaimi. I'm the founder and managing director of SkipCash. I'm happy to be invited. Thank you, Mustafa, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to talk about our startup, and we are excited about this new initiative. We would like to excitement with everyone. So I have a couple of slides, so I will go through them. Let me know if you can see it, Mustafa.
Yes.
Whenever, if you have any questions, please let me know so I can answer it right away. So SkipCash has a mission of providing a good experience for the customer and the merchant. We believe this is a big mission to provide something unique. There are a lot of payment players in the market, whether locally or regionally, but we want to focus on the experience part. So that's why we have a big mission. With a big mission, we need a big partner. So we partnered with the Visa. We joined Visa FinTech program. Visa is also the sponsors for FIFA, and we are hosting in Qatar next year, inshallah, the World Cup, let's say the most big event in MENA region. So it makes sense for us to partner with Visa. So they help us with technical consultation, business and strategy advisory, and let's say grow, whether grow in Qatar or even outside Qatar, inshallah, after the World Cup games. So SkipCash is simply it's a mobile app. You download the app and you link your credit card. So we are not offering a wallet where you tap it up and you spend from your wallet. No, you just link your credit card once, and whatever payment you do through SkipCash, it will be done on your credit card. On the other hand, we also provide the same solution for merchants, so they can generate QR codes, accept digital payments, and get access to instant reporting regarding the transaction. And sooner, inshallah, we'll provide also another platform for the merchant to be to access data analytics related to transaction habits of the customer. And what we are doing right now, bringing customer and merchant on the same platform, is actually we want to reduce the dependency of the point of sale device. So point of sale device is a bottleneck when it comes to business operation. Merchants who operating inside a shopping mall or something like this, they do have a machine, but the moment they step outside for delivery, for exhibition, for outdoor events, sometimes for a festival or catering event, they don't have this additional point of sale devices where they accept cashless transactions. So they mostly depend on cash transaction. And this is our solution where it fits in. So our solution is flexible. It's only a soft-based app, and it's a cost-effective solution for any kind of business. So there is 3 ways of payment in SkipCash. Whether you want to do QR code payment, so the customer scan the QR code from the cashier app or a cashier mobile screen. We do also have NFC payment. So we designed this NFC stand of SkipCash where the customer tap on their mobile device to proceed with the payment. Also for non-SkipCash customers, we have a payment request or payment link. So customers who are ordering online, ordering through the phone or ordering through Instagram or WhatsApp, the merchant can send a payment link to the customer mobile phone. So whether the customer is a SkipCash customer or non-SkipCash customer, he can use this link to pay for the invoice. So this is an animation showing what SkipCash is doing. So for example, you walk into a cafe or a restaurant and you order a coffee. So the cashier on the right will enter the amount. So he will enter the amount of the coffee, generate QR code. The customer will click pay, scan the QR code, and proceed with the payment. So it is a card on file transaction. It takes almost 4 to 5 seconds, similar to what you saw. So the transaction, it will be done on the card linked in the app. The other method that I mentioned, which is tap to pay, so the customer even don't need to launch the app. So once he walk into a coffee shop, he asks for the bill. Let's say the cashier tell him it is 30 riyal. The customer, what will do? He will tap on the stand, SkipCash stand. It will notify him, do you want to pay by SkipCash? He will click on it, do facial recognition for security. Then with our technology, it will capture the amount from the cashier screen. So it's 4 seconds. This is a real transaction. So it's a 4 seconds, 5 seconds transaction. So very smooth, very convenient, total frictionless. So it's something that customer and merchants are enjoying right now. Right now, we are also focusing on experience. So customer who paying in store or ordering through online, ordering through the phone, or even ordering online. So we're providing a payment gateway solution for e-commerce websites. So this will help the customer and the merchant have a unified experience. So unifying all the payments channels for them, enabling for the customer having only one passport or one platform to use it online or offline. So this is very convenient for the customer. And since we are providing a new payment method, this is something new for the customer and merchants. We want to give some kind of motivation for both of them. So we designed this loyalty program or loyalty platform for the merchants to offer coupons, vouchers, discounts for the customer. So the customer who using SkipCash can use this discount directly while he's paying in the merchant. So he can have 5 riyal discount or 10% discount using the app. So it's for the merchants, he's generating more business, and for the customer, he's saving some or utilizing some offers and saving on his spending. Right now, SkipCash is solving cash problems in several use cases. In-store payments, we are solving some cases, but let's say in-store payments, it's, let's say, mature when it comes to banking products. So most of the merchants have point-of-sale devices. But when it comes to transportation, outdoor events, food delivery or cash on delivery, home business, gas station, or automobile services, they all rely on cash transaction because the point-of-sale device is not available. The bank machine for the card is not available everywhere, and this is it's not even cost-effective because, let's say, when you have limousine transportation, you have 30 or 50 cars. You cannot order 50 machines from the bank. It wouldn't be cost-effective. So this is where our solution fits the use case, and we see a lot of acceptance from the market. As of now, we operating in Doha since December 2020, so almost 11 months right now in operation. We successfully added 260 merchants in our platform. We are distributed in Doha in almost 400 locations in Doha, Al Wakra, and Al Khor, which is the major cities here in Qatar. This is right now we are scaling our business at almost at the right time. We are expecting the World Cup happening next year in December. We expecting 2 million visitors coming to Doha. 60% of those 2 million are coming from MENA region. So we want them to enjoy and experience SkipCash app and SkipCash experience while paying for their expenses. We did a test event with the Supreme Committee, which is the committee responsible for the World Cup here in Qatar. This is what you see in the screen is the Arayan Stadium, one of the World Cup stadium, and this is the fan zone for all the fans coming. This is where they have merchants for food and beverage. We gave our solution for several merchants, allowing the fans to pay by mobile phones, and this is very important during this pandemic. People don't want to exchange money or touch on the point of sale, so they just scan with their mobile device and they can buy and leave. So it's a total contactless solution. When it comes to market size, these reports we are having from Ministry of Development and Planning, household spending for transportation, telecom, food, clothing, and cosmetic reached to almost 18 billion riyal a year, which is a very good amount of market size. And also from Qatar Central Bank report, ATM withdrawal in 2018 reached to almost 54 billion riyal. So even though Qatar is well developed when it comes to bank products, but still customers go to the ATM and withdraw cash to do their daily expenses. And what we're focusing as an opportunity for SkipCash, this Ministry of Transport and Communication report shows that e-commerce segment in Qatar reached to almost $3 billion, which is equivalent to 11 billion riyal. 50% part of the survey of the ministry, 50% of all customer buying online, they require cash on delivery. So even though those smart users, smart shoppers, they want to shop online, but 50% of them, they ask for cash on delivery. So there is no other mean once they receive the order to pay for the driver. So they only have to pay by cash. So our solution will solve the problem. And also part of the ATM withdrawal, people who withdraw in cash, we forecast or expect to penetrate a market size almost to 3 billion riyal that fulfill the expenses or spending in these same categories. And this is not all. So we have paying in store, paying by link, payment gateway. We also have additional plans to offer additional services. So this will also facilitate more experience, more, let's say, friction or convenience for the customer, and also differentiation from other competitor. People are comparing us to Apple Pay. Apple Pay, yes, it's a strong, we don't actually position ourselves with the competition with Apple Pay. It's a very strong player, but Apple Pay is a one size fits all. They are focusing on medium to big size merchant. What we are focusing is to provide a payment solution rather than a payment facilitation. So our solution will be fulfilled, or let's say helping customer and merchant. And when we provide a configurable or customization for the payment solution, this is where we differentiate ourselves. So similar to virtual account for kids, splitting the payment as an entertainment for the customer, peer-to-peer transfer, corporate discounts where customers, where they have discounts from their employer, they can utilize it and integrate it through SkipCash. We're also discussing with local stakeholders regarding additional loyalty programs for cashback programs, and also utility payments for paying bills and let's say electricity and telecom bills in SkipCash. So thank you so much. This is all about SkipCash journey. We just started, and we inshallah hoping that we scale in Qatar first. We're expecting to go beyond Qatar just after the World Cup Games, because the World Cup Games is the best event to showcase our solution. And those 2 million visitors coming from MENA region, they will experience SkipCash in Doha. So the right moment for us is to go outside of Doha is after the games. So we right now planning to go regionally in the Gulf, or regionally in MENA region in 2023, inshallah. So I hope you enjoy our presentation, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Mohammed Bey, really shukran. You are in the journey. You are well designed it and explain it, and including future plans, especially the major point milestone of course in the globally World Cup is will be a milestone for Qatar as well. Many people as know Qatar is very effective in football market as Arsenal, as Paris Saint-Germain, and I can count more and more. Thank you again. Now, Shahar Bey, Mr. Shahar also join us. He is from Sweden, Dr. Shahar. If you hear us, please join us. We would like to talk about market a little together. Also because Dr. Shahar Bey also has maybe a little close parallel close area. His startup iFin services is now with a private bank with Oman. They are providing Islamic loan, instant loan on the side of the retails. Very quickly, very no bureaucracy. I hate bureaucracy, by the way. So thank you, Shahar Bey, that if you make easy anyone their life to buy their rents. Shahar Bey, do you have any question to the Mohammed Bey? We would like to interact with you.
Yes, Jazakallah khair, Mustafa, and thank you for the opportunity. And of course, it's always a pleasure, Muhammad, to meet you. MashaAllah, very interesting, and inshallah, it's a successful idea and project. Jazakallah khair for the explanation. Well done. A couple of questions actually from a technical point of view. When you go and sign up the retailers, how difficult it is actually to onboard the retailers? And beside this, the small, if you want, if you give away that happens on the retailer side to bring them on board, in terms of the pricing, the cost of replacement of PEP, is it cheaper than the POS? Is it, how do you compare yourself to the other payment solution in the market, and why the retailer will want to come to you? Because this is the the main questions that we face ourselves in terms of how we gonna. I will speak to you about our experience in Oman, inshallah.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Shahar, and of course, yes. So I guess the challenge side of onboarding merchants is actually the sales process is the, let's say, the difficult part of bringing merchants on board. But when it comes to training them, it doesn't take more than 20 minutes to train them on the solution. So what merchants are looking for, they are interested in the solution due to a couple of reasons. It's a cost-effective solution. They want to apply for a point of sale from the bank. There is a certain, let's say, requirements from the bank to follow, and it requires them to, let's say, pay monthly, periodic fees, let's say, monthly fees, maintenance fees. In our solution, it's a matter of a software. They just need to have any smartphone to download the app, and it's our business model is actually a fee on every transaction, and we don't have any kind of subscription model to offer for the merchants. This is one side of it. So it's a cost-effective solution. On the other side, it's actually a flexible solution for merchants who have different kind of business in terms of not only operating within the store. So if they have a delivery or they are participating in exhibition, and we here in Doha, let's say, for example, one coffee shop, they could be existing maybe in 3 locations at the same time. So they cannot ask the bank for additional point of sale devices. So what they do is they keep the point of sale device in the store, and those outside events or outside kiosk, they use SkipCash as a replacement for cash. So they accept cash, yes, but they have another payment option for customer. So customers who don't have cash, or let's say they are a SkipCash customer, they can pay directly through the mobile phone. So this flexibility is actually what makes the merchants interested in SkipCash. We don't want to be position ourselves as a cheap solution, but it's cost effective with the flexibility. So that's why merchants are interested in the flexibility side. The last thing is that merchants always interested for any solution that bring them opportunity to increase sales. If we have this kind of loyalty platform where they can share a little bit of maybe 5% discount or something like this that may bring more business to them, definitely they will be happy to sign up in this solution. So we see merchants who signed up with us offer discounts and coupons for SkipCash customer. So all those customers go to them and buy products from them. As of now, we have 27,000 app downloads in the SkipCash, and we have conversion rate of almost 80%. So around 8,000 customers who signed up in SkipCash and using the solution. So we're still growing. Of course, we need to continue to promote and show what benefits and values that we provide to the market, and of course provide more value for both customers and the merchant.
MashaAllah, well said. From a technical point of view, there is different modules for the payment apps. So which module you are? So if I'm a customer now, I want to use SkipCash, so I download the app, then how do is it a wallet? I have to transfer the money into the wallet from a debit card or from my account? How does it work actually technically from a user point of view?
Yes, so from a user point of view, it's a pass-through wallet, so it's not an e-money wallet. You don't need to fund it. You just link your credit card, and it will be card on file virtual wallet. So any transaction that you do, it will be charged on your credit card. Debit card, since it's a local network, we are right now discussing with the central bank. So hopefully we can reach to, let's say, a level where they allow us to digitalize or virtualize the debit card, so customers who have debit card can use the app. So it will be a card on file transaction.
Interesting. So only credit card at the moment that
yes.
you can use, but then you are working on bringing it as a debit card also solution, where
yes.
the debit card can be, so you become very much like a payment gateway, processing the payment. But you
yes.
still, the customer, when he touched down with the phone, he touched down on the POS itself, on the NFS solution. Yeah, yeah.
It's a solution which we designed, so it's not he touch or tap on the bank point of sale. It's our own stand, which is linked from the back end to the cashier terminal. So if he's tapping, he's actually calling all the credential of the cashier he's in front of him, and to pull the information related to the invoice that the cashier entered. So this is the first stage. Then let's say our next milestone is to actually, the merchant doesn't need to have even a mobile device. It will be linked directly into the cashier point of sale device, the register, the inventory management, whether it is Oracle or whether it is other type of solution. So it will be, the merchant doesn't need to do any additional step. So once he put the order, you order one coffee, one dessert, punch the total, and the payment will be already pushed to SkipCash for the customer to pull it from his side.
Yeah, just to let you know, I've been working on some payments app, and this, what you describe, is actually the most difficult technical part to implement. So identifying who's standing in front of you from the cashier point of view is actually the biggest problem of how you can send it directly to the customer from the cashier without actually the touching point. So this is actually, it's very interesting. We'll love to see how you're going to solve this problem in terms of the technology side. Well, thank you very much. It's very interesting, and I like the idea that you're skipping the current POS system. This is very important. That's when we design a solution that we move away from the current situation and try to build up something that's it's for us, inshallah.
Inshallah. No, thank you, Mr. Shah. I appreciate the discussion. It's actually bringing some ideas in mind. So it's a pleasure to answer and, let's say, provide the feedback.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you, Mustafa. So let me know what is next now.
Mohammed Bey, Shahar Bey, shukran, of course. There is a question from audience, several questions. I will collect all of them. same person, Mr. Ismail, ask any competition in Qatar in terms of QR payments. Do banks have QR payment solution in Qatar? And lastly, QR or NFC, which is preferable by users?
Okay, so there is local players in the market. There are almost 5 players in the market, and also the banks are interested to. Right now, there is 4 banks who are right now offering also QR code based solution for payments, but it is limited for the bank customers, so it's not open for other banks customers. But we see the market is evolving and emerging to let's say penetrate as much market share as possible. But right now, when it comes to customer preference, of course, we see NFC payments or tapping is more convenient for the customer, and we see it let's say more popular in shopping malls, in food and beverage, retail. But QR code payments is more suitable for anything that beyond outside the store. So cash on delivery, we right now signed up with a company called FoodTech, which is a food delivery company. So we gave all the drivers SkipCash access. So whenever a customer asks for cash on delivery, and this is a customer habit, I want to receive the order first, then pay. So they keep control. They don't want to lose this kind of habit. So once the driver delivers the food, you just show the QR code, the customer scan, and he pays. So we still maintaining the customer habit on this segment. We also see QR code payments, let's say, requests from certain online shops. So because the customer need to add his credit card once in SkipCash app. So for example, if we integrate our payment gateway solution for one online shop, so once he do the checkout, he doesn't need to fill all the card details. A QR code of our solution will be popped up. So only he needs to do, he'll just pick up his phone, scan it from his mobile device, do the payment, from back end to back end. I know Shahar right now is smiling. From back end to back end, it will do the payment and authorization with the payment gateway. Then the payment will be received. So we want to, let's say, structure our solution to make the customer have SkipCash account as a passport. So whenever he go, he can use the same app, whether online, offline, and even for cash on delivery or other kinds of business. So this is where we see QR code payments can play a role.
Thank you, Mohammed. Mustafa, if you allow me just a follow up on this point. I'm just curious about how your acquisition of the customers, right? Because you mentioned now this delivery company that you worked with them, and I'm just thinking, because I have a PhD in financial engineering, right? So that's my core, thinking is that's how you make things work from financial point of view. So I'm thinking, when the customer actually make the order and he choose to have a cash on delivery, do you send the customer that did this booking a message to allow him to download the app and basically register? So by the time the delivery is there, he's ready to do that. Do you have something that build up, because that's gonna be massive acquisition point for you? If you can manage to do this with the company, then by the time the customer comes in, he already, whether he chooses to or not, that's a different thing, but at least you prompt the customer to do this solution. So have you thought about this, something? Have you implemented something like this?
Yes. So actually we are doing it right now with this company, FoodTech. When the customer places food in the cart and proceed to checkout, he will have 4 options: cash, credit, debit, or SkipCash. So SkipCash is being presented as a payment option. So once the customer click on SkipCash, the driver will be notified this customer want to pay through the app, through SkipCash app on delivery. So at the same time, once you click on SkipCash, it will pop up that SkipCash is a cashless solution. If you need to pay by this method, please proceed with the App Store or Google Play. So this is, as you mentioned, it's the right, and alhamdulillah, FoodTech management, they saw it solving their problems, and they help us actually provide this kind of button in the app, which of course gave us a good marketing boost for customers seeing this is an option available for customers to pay, and allowing us to have a better customer acquisition to download the app.
Great. On a separate note, how's the open banking regulation coming in Qatar? Is there's any potential for that? Because that's going to also change the game completely, specifically when you have access to the customers' accounts directly from the banks.
Well, I guess we are not. Let's say we don't. Regulation is right now. We didn't see, or let's say see an initiative from the central bank or the local banks for open banking framework, because I don't think our regulator would be interested to do something that may disrupt the current banking market. The banking market here in Qatar is well developed and very strong, and open banking, if it wasn't presented with the right model, I guess it would let's say compete with some of the bank's products. Although it's a facilitation rather than a standalone product. So we don't see the coming 2 or 3 years that this might happen. Although in Emirates and Bahrain, I guess also Saudi Arabia are very interested to go into this market, but here in Qatar, it's a little bit early for this.
Okay, very interesting indeed. To you, Mustafa, inshallah.
Shukran, Shahar Bey. Also, you add value to the our event, and Mohammed Bey, really shukran. Just lastly, as closing remarkably, as entrepreneurs enter their ideas to MVP to scale up and start up and scale up, and then as a business. I wonder if you are coming from technical side of the fintech or financial or social side of the life or business life. How you decide SkipCash, or where and when? Maybe you mentioned, but I missed. Are you were you working for an officer or professionally in a bank or KIDA, and then you see this point is because payment is also as a major industry of finance fintech sector. So how you decide and your journey start as a entrepreneurship? How you describe for the new startup people, co-founders can understand the breaking point? I mean.
Well, it's I guess with every common customer, once he starts experiencing something new and see the experience of paying for a product, he would see that there are disadvantage or advantage in some of the solution available in the market. I started my experience as a customer during my university degree. It was in 2005. At that time, I was shopping through Amazon, and Amazon at the time, it's only selling books. So during that time, it was it was a little bit challenging for me to pay for online merchants at that time. And I was, from that beginning, I started to be curious about see how customers journey in online website payments. Then later on, when I came back to Qatar, I started to, let's say, continue shopping, and I've been introduced to eBay and start buying from there. And I only need to have, I can pay by PayPal, and there is a problem sending money to PayPal accounts because Qatar wasn't still not integrated to PayPal. And you see, this all problems created this need in myself, saying, why not we have something for Qatar? Why we don't need to? Why we shouldn't build something for Qatar? And during my market assessment, I saw that probably the majority of the cases, or majority of the customer or merchant problem, is circulating on the cash payments happening in Qatar. So it's restricting business. It's creating inconvenience, and if there is a flexible solution, it will help everyone. So that's why this idea came to my mind. I actually have a telecommunication engineering bachelor degree, and I have a master's degree in business unit management. So I came from engineering and business side, and at the right moment, I guess I thought, yes, let me pursue this idea and do it in Qatar. So it's a mix of everything, Mustafa. So it's not specifically an opportunity.
Really
MashaAllah,
good explanation.
MashaAllah.
Yes, good explanation, Mohammed Bey. Shukran for this explanation. And lastly, I would like to say thank you, Shukran again, all this event. Shahar Bey, your joining was add value really. Shukran also. We as FinTech, we would like to make such kind of world entrepreneurship like Shahar Bey, Mohammed Bey from Qatar, from Europe, Shahar Bey, but effective in MENA region as FinTech MENA. We are fintechmena.com. We would like to make people know each other more and more with their journeys. And then I am from Turkey, Istanbul. Anything from this Turkish market as well as any open banking, any startup, any idea. We would like to combine and benchmarking and networking with fintech people worldwide. Just before you, Dr. Oriol from Pacific Asia was in our event as well. Asia and Africa also, we are effective in our networking. Thank you that all your energy affording today, and hope good journey continue with your initiatives. See you. This is my closing remarks. See you everyone again our next events. I would like to give you your last sentences as closing remarks, if you would like to, about fintech market future, if you like to say something, because fintech really is a kind of digital, as you say, engineering and business and social life, mostly in this after pandemic and pandemic time, push financial fintech, because some economical micro and macroeconomical issues also worldwide, and cryptocurrencies is another alam. But fintech is now very number one something. This is my closing remarks. I would like to give you as your closing remarks. Shukran Suyma. Salama all audience again.
No, thank you, Mustafa. Thank you, Shahar. I appreciate your presence and for the discussion that we had. It's definitely, as you mentioned, Mustafa, and here in Qatar locally, the e-commerce business, or the market itself is growing in this side. So that's why there is a lot of solutions growing here in Qatar, and this definitely the whole region, or due to the pandemic, they let's say push the development towards the e-commerce side to make it more flourish and to be a better solution for all kinds of businesses. But yes, there is a good opportunity for people who let's say brings something new and new innovative ideas, even with the existing technology, bring a new innovative flow or process for payments. So this is where people can thrive and differentiate themselves and provide something new and value for the economy and the world. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much, and hope to see you again.
Jazakumullah khair. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Mustafa, for this opportunity. It's always a pleasure to meet new fintech, and specifically from Qatar. It's always a pleasure to meet you. And Muhammad, maybe we should, have a discussion one time, offline, to discuss about, your project and tell you more about what we are doing, inshallah. And of course, we hope always to work together, inshallah, to the betterment of the fintech and Islamic finance in the region.
لا إن شاء الله. Thank you شهر. Thank you. جزاك الله خير مصطفى. جزاك الله خير شهر, and we'll see you soon إن شاء الله.
شكرا. See you. مع السلامة brothers. Thank you.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة. في أمان الله. مع السلامة.